Hi, I'm Jake. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to cover off some last minute jobs before I take this car to Japest.
So this video is going to pick up before the end of the previous one. Basically, I need to get this car running so I can get it outside to finish the bodywork. So I was just having a think about what I've done to this car and what I need to fix in order to get this thing running. One thing I had to do was I've got an ignition driver over here. The wiring's a bit wanky, but I said to reconnect the ground for that because that did share a ground with the headlights. That was disconnected. I think that's about it. So I'll give it a crank and I'll see if it will fire up. Hopefully it does. Fingers crossed it just starts and everything's good. Might need to put the battery on charge. Car's been on charge for an hour or so, just went and had some dinner. I have taken the wings off and put the wheels back on and lowered the car down. And yeah, I'm going to try firing it up again. Hopefully it goes this time. We'll see. Literally the first time it's fired up in months. What a beauty! There's the door. Car's coming along nicely. As you may be able to see, I've given it a quick wash. Literally, the quickest of quick. Here's the front wing. They're okay. The colour match isn't perfect. You can probably see on the camera. It's just not quite perfect, but yeah, it'll do for now. Not washed the engine bay yet, so that's still barn fine spec. But I'm making a start. I'm just putting the headlights back in. So get the lights on, indicators, then I can go for a drive. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Go for a drive this week. I've not really driven this off the driveway in a few months now. So yeah, just put these lights back on, not too bad. Just a couple of bits. I'm trying to replace the screws and bolts with newer stuff wherever possible. Just so don't have to deal with crusty bolts in the future. So another couple of little jobs on the go. So I've got the front lip up here. Obviously not in the best of conditions. It's covered in dirt and crap and stuff. But what I've been doing today is I've used some sort of fiberglass resin type stuff. And I've ground out and filled in some of the worst cracks on this thing, and then I'll give it a quick coat of filler and a repaint. Probably not going to be the best job, but knowing this car, it's going to get smashed off within the next week anyway. So yeah, I'll quickly bodge this together for now and it will look a lot better than it did. Not going to be perfect, but to be fair, on this front lip, it's going to get broken. And another job, wing mirrors. I'm going to make up a little like washer plate to go underneath. So there are two bolts which come through here on the wing, and on both sides this was distorted and I had to sort of repair that area of the wing. And basically where the bolts were tightened up, they bulged in these two areas, so I'm just going to make a plate that goes underneath that's a bit bigger than this with two holes in, just to spread the load a bit more evenly on the wing. Should be fairly quick and easy. There we go, a couple of minutes later and I've got these little jobbies knocked out. Just some, what's that, 3 or 4 mil thick aluminium that I just had kicking about scrap. Cut them out with the old faithful snippy snip. Drilled a couple of holes, filed off the corners. Yeah, should be good to go. So I'm just down the side of the car. I've refitted the indicators, the mirrors, lights on the front are done. Went to let the indicators up though, and the wire had pulled out the back of here. So what I've done is I've just pulled the locking tab out of this connector, taken the wire and the pin out, crimped the new pin on and reassembled it. I also found that for some reason I'd wired these in back to front, so the indicator itself has got like a power that goes to the bulb, then the housing is grounded. But I had them actually wired up opposite. So when I assembled these, I fitted the other side first and made sure the wires matched up, because for some reason they were wired opposite. And yeah, not sure why, but corrected that while I was at it. So just need to plug this in. Then that's all the lights hooked up. And I think next thing is probably the bumper. Yeah, making some progress. Hopefully be able to take it out for a drive in a bit. It is dry outside, so that'd be nice. That'd be the first drive, well, certainly this side of Christmas. So looking forward to that. So I've just glued this thing up with fiberglass resin in all these areas where it was badly damaged. Just sanded it all back, get all the excess resin off and stuff. And I'm just going to give it a quick coat of filler. So like some areas there where like the gel coat's cracked off. Same there. So yeah, quick skim of filler. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. It's very tatty, you can do with a sand all over, but time is of the essence at the moment, so I'm just going to fill in the worst areas, probably give it a quick DA all over to sort of flat it back. Give it a lick of paint, get it on the car. I've given the front lip a quick skim of filler and some filler primer and sanded it back. Just used the old DA with some 240 grit pads to go over this quickly. It's sort of wobbly, wavy fiberglass, so I'm not too concerned about getting it perfect. I know full well if this lasts 2 months without getting smashed up, I'll be pretty happy with that. So yeah, this will do for now. It's actually smoother than it looks. I think it looks pretty bumpy, but yeah, it is fairly smooth. I'll give this a quick lick of paint and then it can go on the car. Here we are after a lick of paint. It's really not come out very good. Not sure this is going to show up on camera, but there's loads of little like solvent marks, and there's a few areas where it's like cracked and crazed underneath the paint. So yeah, the finish is absolutely dreadful. I think the problem with this is because it was painted in this same acrylic before, when I've painted over the top, it's reactivated re-softened what's underneath, and it's sort of cracked and crazed. It'll do for now, because like from a distance, like the way it is under the car, it looks fine. And what I'll do is I'll go over it again with some bar coat, this stuff, which will isolate whatever's underneath, and then I'll paint it again and hopefully it'll come out a lot better. Yeah, it will do for now. So it's fairly late on a Friday night and I'm doing another job that I have deemed quite important. So I painted the lip and got that on. As I showed before, the finish is terrible, but given where it is on the car, you can't really see it too much anyway. So that'll do for now. Haven't got time to do it right, but I have got time to do it twice, so I'll do it again in the future. But for now I'm going to polish these wheels again. So they've got a little bit grubby over the past year. I'm not sure if this shows up, but I've already washed them twice. And you can see there's like rust where like specks of grinding dust and stuff have landed on them, and then it's oxidized in the garage. There's also a few like watermarks and bits and pieces. I mean, they're not terrible, but definitely need a once over, especially the bits with the sort of rusty specks. I use like iron removing wheel cleaner. It got, to be fair, it did get a bit off, but there's still specks. You can't really feel them, but yeah, polishing time. Here we have the first wheel done. I've taped it up to protect the face, stopped taking the paint off or whatever. Same with the valve, giving it a quick once over. It's looking all right. I've not got rid of all the marks. There's a few sort of very deep ones, not too many down this side, but there's a couple deep pot marks, which I think realistically the only way to get rid of them is to sand them out, and I'm not doing that today. And then for comparison, here's one that's not been done. This one was actually the worst, so this one's not as bad in comparison. But you can see these sort of marks here. They're more like watermarks in there as well. Yeah, after. Going to look pretty good, I think. There we have both rear wheels polished up. I've also given them a coat of some wax, the old poor boys wheel sealant stuff. Tend to find that's pretty good. Time to go back on the car, and then next up will be the fronts. Probably just skip over that because that'll be in the morning now because it is very nearly midnight. Yeah, making progress. The wheels are looking much better than they were before. Oh, I do love Mark IIs. They are literally the best wheels. It's the next day since I polished the rear wheels. Just rolled the car outside. I've given the inside a bit of a clean. I'm just going to do some carpeting. So this scabby thing is the old carpet, and behind I've got some new stuff. It's all from the same roll, so it's all the same. This one I did cut too small before, so I sort of eyeballed it, and then these corners here that are in the top of the wheel well were a bit too short, so you can still see the bare metal and the insulation behind. So yeah, just going to cut up a new one. This stuff's like really thin, cheap, like stretchy carpet like you'd use in the back of a van. But it's cheap and it'll do for now. I think at some point I'll make up some proper carpets with nice insulation and stuff, but this will do for now. It's a quick job, so getting to gluing and cutting. About an hour later, we've got some carpet in the front. Reinstalled these little things that I made previously. They do need to wipe down, so they're quite dusty. But yeah, carpet is looking a lot better, I think. So it looks like. Feels a lot more like a car inside rather than a building site. Next up, what have I got to do next? Probably just wash the car, I think. So there we have it. Car is about as ready as it's going to get for Japest. So front lips done. Given the front wheels are polished tonight. Rears were done yesterday. Giving the whole car a bit of a wash and stuff. Got carpets fitted. Giving the interior a clean as well because it was dusty as anything. So yeah. Next stop in the morning, Japest. So here we are, it's the day after Japest. I am a terrible YouTuber, so I did not record any videos while I was there. Took a few photos and stuff, which I put up on my Instagram. Link below, as per usual. But yeah, car was driving really nicely. It was a good day out, no new issues. All in all, a success. I won't go too much into Japest itself, because like I said, I didn't record anything, so there's no point talking about it. It's probably the biggest car show in the UK. Definitely one of the biggest in Europe, I'd say. I think there's something like 4,000 cars. Almost too many to look round. It's a shame there were no other 510s there today. None of the other owners in the UK can make it out, but still a good day. Car is looking pretty good, I think. There we go. I think that's where we'll leave it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.